Hi everyone, welcome back to Darkest Deeds in History. Today, we're diving into one of Victorian England's most infamous and chilling unsolved murders, the Roadhill House case. The brutal killing of 3-year-old Saville Kent shocked the nation and exposed dark secrets lurking within a wealthy family's home. Was it an intruder, a servant, or someone closer to home? Stay tuned as we unravel the story behind this tragic murder and the investigation that followed. To fully understand the Roadhill House murder, we need to step back into Victorian England in 1860. This was an era marked by strict social classes, rigid family roles, and an intense emphasis on reputation and respectability. Families like the Kents were pillars of society, living in grand country estates, managing industrial enterprises, and upholding moral values, at least publicly. Yet beneath this veneer, many households harbored secrets, tensions, and complex dynamics. Child labor laws were just beginning to be enforced, thanks in part to men like Saville Kent, a factory inspector committed to reform. Victorian childhood was also evolving, with new ideas about child rearing and innocence clashing with harsher realities. In this setting, the murder of a young child inside a respectable home was nothing short of scandalous. Roadhill House itself was an impressive estate in Wiltshire, home to Samuel Kent, his wife Mary, and the blended family. Samuel had children from a previous marriage, including his teenage daughter Constance Kent, who would become the center of the investigation. Mary was the stepmother to these children and mother to young Saville, the victim. The household included servants and a nanny, Elizabeth Goff, all living under one roof but not necessarily in harmony. The family's outward appearance was of respectability and order, but as the murder investigation revealed, tensions simmered beneath the surface. In the early hours of June 29, 1860, young Saville Kent was missing from his bed. His nanny assumed he was with his mother, but when no one could locate him, alarm bells rang. William Nutt, a household servant, made the grim discovery: Saville's body, hidden in the servants' outhouse, wrapped in a blood-soaked blanket. This shocking revelation sent the household into chaos and the local community into a frenzy. The crime scene suggested a disturbing inside job rather than a break-in by a stranger. Detective Inspector Jack Witcher was called in from Scotland Yard, a pioneer of Victorian detective work known for his intuition and dogged pursuit of justice. Witcher's involvement elevated the case to national attention. He quickly noticed inconsistencies. The open window was suspicious, as it could only be opened from inside. Blood-stained clues matched household items, and the discovery of a woman's corset insert near the body raised eyebrows. Witcher's initial suspicion fell on the nanny, Elizabeth Goff, but soon shifted to Constance Kent, whose behavior and missing nightgown made her a prime suspect. Witcher believed Constance's jealousy and resentment towards her stepmother might have motivated the crime. At just 16 years old, Constance Kent was a complicated figure, described as cold and detached by some, and vulnerable by others. Despite Witcher's fervent accusations, the evidence against her was largely circumstantial. The jury acquitted her, and the case appeared to have reached a dead end. However, years later, in a dramatic twist, Constance confessed to the murder, claiming she acted alone out of jealousy and hatred for her stepmother. She was sentenced to life imprisonment but served 20 years before being released. Whether her confession was truthful or motivated by other reasons remains debated by historians. Roadhill House murder fascinated Victorian society and the public at large. Newspapers covered the case extensively, fueling debates about family secrets, class tensions, and justice. Witcher's reputation suffered due to the failed prosecution, but the case laid groundwork for modern detective work and forensic investigation. The story has been retold in books, documentaries, and drama adaptations, reminding us of the fragile line between respectability and darkness within any family. The murder of Saville Kent remains a haunting mystery and a window into Victorian England's complex social fabric. Was justice truly served? What motivated Constance Kent's tragic actions? And what does this case reveal about the shadows lurking behind closed doors? If you found this story intriguing, please like, share, and subscribe to Darkest Deeds in History for more deep dives into the past's darkest crimes. Also, follow me on TikTok at Darkest Deeds in History for quick true crime snippets. Let me know your thoughts on this case in the comments below. Who do you think really killed Saville Kent?